Well, thank you, Curious Mouse. Glad you could stop by. I won't be talking too much because there's no one on Discord. And I'm just attempting a whole bunch of achievements. So I'm not gonna build schools, I'm not gonna build any trading docks, and what's worst of all, I'm not gonna build any pastures or orchards or crop fields. So I need to have 400 people before I can build orchards, crop fields, and pastures. But only 300 people before I can build schools and trading docks. Let's see if I can eventually get it done. What do I need? I need some roads. Three wide. And I think it's time I blitz some stone early on. Like all the stone here and all the iron here. Get me food. It's an unmodded. Yeah, it is unmodded. I've actually never played this game with mods. I've seen a couple of playthroughs with mods, like the Colonial Charter and the North. I just like vanilla a little better, to be honest. Right now, I'm gonna do something a little silly. Immediate bats. Not just this, or not this just yet. And 8 times 13. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 times 13. We'll have to do. Because then should still be able to say or not. No bridge here, which means house. Or perhaps a bridge here. That's also no. No. Logs is gonna be the issue for a while. Given that I only need 32 logs for this, I'm gonna say builders, give that a little priority. And on top of all of those achievements, which, well, I guess I don't really need to show, but I'm going to show it anyway. So I'm going for eventually the Uneducated one, and the Isolationist one that requires 300 people without schools and the training docks. I'm also going for one with nature, 400 people without building crop fields, orchards and pastures. And any achievement I can get from that moment or in between, I'll go for as well. So eventually I do want to have the farmer and the livestock and the food variety, miner mason, lumberjack, stonework, smelter, highwayman. That's why I'm building my main roads 3 wide. Hopefully that's why I'm going for the town center as early as I'm doing right now for immigrants. Eventually I'm gonna upgrade all of my houses to stone if possible. I would like to have ready for anything, but once I'm able to get the trading docks, I'm going to cheese something a little bit, which is where was it again? Sounds like a good plan. Oh, thank you. Where were you? Exports. I'm going to order ale, steel tools, and warm coats, and I'm gonna stock my trading dock with ale, steel tools, and warm coats until I have these numbers. Because what I learned is that the trading dock actually takes priority over your regular stock. So if you have this, if you have like an item that you want to sell, your trading dock will take priority over the rest of the town. So if you say like I want to have 500 ale, 300 steel tools, and 200 warm coats, but you don't produce them, you can still buy them, of course, but they're not going to go to your town because your exports is going to think that you need to have them for your exports. So this way you can cheese it by saying, well, I'm going to order them, I'm going to buy them, but I'm going to keep them there because I want to sell them, but basically not. And once I have that, of course, I'm going to release everything to my town. So that's going to be a while. But that's a little cheesy strat that I figured out. So hopefully eventually master trader, stylish, and blacksmith. Also going for tombstone, as this particular playthrough, this land is called Grand Necropolis. And once I have the Uneducated, I'm gonna be building schools, and then hopefully the next generation over, we're gonna have the 200 adults for 4 years that are educated. And if I can get the village and the town by then, that's gonna be awesome. And eventually, of course, the master builder established and the tenor. I hope that I can get those done. I've already accomplished mountain men in a separate playthrough, because that requires a separate playthrough. That took a couple of tries, but the successful one is uploaded onto my YouTube channel. It's only 9 parts. So it won't take up too much of your time. This already has the logs. Good. 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 And this particular attempt is number 8, I believe. Maybe even 10 already. And if you're interested, this is a large world. Valleys with mild climate. And this... Oh. Yes, the unlock is off. 2... That is the world seed. So if you type in that world seed on a large map with a valley, you're gonna have the exact same map that I'm gonna get. And I know for a fact that the trading goods are wheat, beans, and peaches, in terms of the seeds for the crop fields and orchards that you have by default. And sadly, I cannot have crop fields right now because beans are so wonderful in terms of crops. Fair warning, it's almost bedtime in Australia. Okay. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad you're here. But I am by no means an expert in this game. I just have an idea on what I want and how I want it, and that just takes time. Let's try this. Let's try it this way. Let's try it that way. That kind of stuff. So for this instance, I've focused more attention to these two. And here as well, before going for the forester and the forester there. Something that I did discover, and I'm kind of pissed off about that, is that despite the fact that I have disasters turned off, this is literally super easy mode, but despite the fact that I have disasters turned off, I still get diseases. I don't know if I will be able to get infestations in my crop fields, orchards and pastures, because I have turned off disasters, but it kind of wouldn't surprise me. I think that disasters are only for fires and whatchamacallit, not what there, this. For fires and tornadoes, that kind of stuff. Diseases are definitely possible in a disasterless scenario. Currently just planning out some stuff here in the way that I want things done. Like a little stockpile here and a little stockpile here. I'm a sucker for these stockpiles to fill up space. So now I just need the stone and the iron. Where the hell did all my stone go to then? Oh, in stock. I'm gonna add one builder to the queue. There. Yeah, I hope you have a little more success with this seed than I have been having this entire time. Then again, you might not want to go for all the achievements at the same time. Might be wiser to say like, okay, I'll go for Isolationist and Uneducated, because that only requires 300 people without schools and without trading dogs. You might say like, for another attempt I'll go for the one with nature, because then you can have trading